Hey folks, welcome back. Another Polymassive video, and as the end of the month approaches, right, as usual, we'll go over, the units that we've gotten this month and sort of compare them to the rest of the units in the game and see, where they're at. Also known as, colloquially, a tier list. So, yeah, it's that time of the month again, folks, so get ready. We're gonna check some of these out, right, and yeah, so this month we've actually got a lot of units, right? We've gotten 5 new Stumble units, 3 new grids, 1 new EX, right? I think there's probably something else I'm missing as well, but a lot of stuff this month, So, yeah, if you guys do enjoy the content, all that stuff, make sure y'all like and subscribe. It helps out a lot, algorithm-wise, and all that stuff. So, anyways, let's get into this. First of all, I do want to shout out to Runner and Dabble for helping me out with this, and also, as usual, first of all, these aren't ordered. They're split into 3 different tiers, or different, I guess, categories. We've got utility units. These are generally the supports, tanks, all that stuff. Then we've got the hybrids, which do a lot of utility stuff, but could also do some damage, right? And then we also got the damage healers, which some of them do other things, but their main focus most times is just do damage, right? Which is fair and makes sense. So, also, this is not a which units should you pull for list or whatever, right? It's just how powerful they are, right? Because, these two, in my opinion, do not really translate. Sometimes they're very, very good units that are very, very powerful, very high on the tier list, but probably not that really worth pulling, right? What other caveats do we have? Oh, also, these are not ordered within the tiers. They're just randomly placed there. This doesn't mean that Mewtwo is better than, like, a Scavalier or whatever, right? Or the other way around, if you believe so. So, yeah, those are the few caveats, I guess. Is mostly based on how well they do in whether it's Gauntlet or Master Mode, right? Speaking of Gauntlet, we will be streaming Gauntlet later today, so check that out as well, right? I haven't done it out myself yet. So, anyways, let's get into this. So, all right. So, first of all, we have one quick, I guess, change that I do want to make. Which is, where is she? Shiny Sonia. SC Sonia and Shiny Tsareena probably should go up one higher because of the fact that, she has a guaranteed debuff on defense on the opponents every single turn. Her attack could actually, not attack her, but her damage could actually get, relatively high, right? With the right setup with Sun and stuff, right? So, especially if you do have 6 gauge instead of, 4, which you'd get more regularly in something like a legendary gauntlet, right, rather than master mode. But regardless, she actually does have I'd say much better damage ceilings than anyone else down here, right? So we could probably move her up. So that's only, I guess, the one real change we really want to make, because like nothing added this this update really changes a lot of placings, right? We didn't get any new zone setters or whatever, and we did get Morty, Shiny Ho, which is a Sun setter. We got Bertha, which is Sandstorm setter, but I don't think either of them, and they definitely do impact units within their respective teams, but I don't think they really impact anyone that much that makes them, like, a tier better or whatever, right? So, yeah, not too many changes this patch. Well, anyway, starting with damage deals, let's do Bugsy Beedrill. Bugsy Beedrill he's as strong as Guzma. This guy's as strong as Guzma, basically, minus the fact that, Guzma has an EX and he doesn't, but this guy, if you get all the multipliers up, he hits as hard. I'm pretty sure even, like, a bit harder than Guzma. So, this is definitely a really, really nice upgrade from a borderline, let's be real, useless unit, right? And no hate towards Bugsy, right? But before the grid, he was basically useless, and now he's actually relatively usable as a unit, so that's really, really nice, right? The extra, he just has so much base physical attack, right, that even though his strongest move is a 2-gauge move, right, with the extra multipliers, it definitely does stack up, right? So Bugsy's nice, especially if you consider, this guy also has Bug Zone that you could work with. You could definitely put up some respectable numbers. Moving on to units that also put up respectable numbers. Over here we have our boy Will and Xatu. So Will and Xatu, actually, he, again, he didn't get like too much stuff, but like the thing about store powers is base power could get so good, right? With the right buffs, you get the base power so good that even a slight like 20% multiplier makes it like shoot up a lot, right? So this guy had a really, really, really nice upgrade. To probably put him in the good tier along with units like Fantina, right? He could definitely put up almost similar numbers to like something like a you know, Ghost Zone Fantina or whatever, right? I think on average Fantina should do a bit more. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but you know, but Will also has, you know, the other stuff going for him, right? He also has a much better nuke for one, right? So actually, yeah. So there's a lot of stuff going for Will as well. So he's definitely got a really nice upgrade over here. Next we got Pryce, and Pryce got an EX, although honestly it does nothing for him. Worthless upgrade, honestly. His nuke sucked before, it sucks after the EX. Nothing going for him. It's just, there's no difference between, almost no difference between a non-EX Pryce and EX Pryce, unfortunately. So yeah, that's Pryce, I guess. Next one up, we got SS, Giovanni, and Nidoking. This guy is like borderline, right? I'd say maybe makes the game extremely funny tier. Obviously, again, his Iron Tail damage is his best, right? Damage output at the moment, which is very powerful, by the way, right? One of the stronger moves in the game. His sync isn't crazy, but it's usable. But the thing that I really think kind of puts him over the top is the fact that he has those max moves, right? Because, like, you know, again, his DPS otherwise, right? Like, if you're looking at like Mega Kick DPS or Poison Jab DPS, they're good, but they're not like anything. I mean, look, if you look at all the other units in this here, right? It's not like Leer level. It's not like, you know, even Annie Lily, right? Obviously not anything close to whatever SS Tsareena is putting up, right? Again, when you're looking at like stuff like Mega Kick or Poison Jab. But he does make, I do think, make a bit of that up with his very powerful max moves, right? Again, obviously you can only use them once, but in shorter battles, one is really all you need. Again, throw up a really big one. The fact that he also has the super effective ups, those are really nice as well. So, and he has a decent amount of them. So yeah, he's very powerful damage dealer overall. I'm not he's one that I'm not like super sure of up here, right? Because like if you look at like the units a tier below him, like an Alder or Raihan or SS Leon, right? The Charizards, they are all very good as well. So I mean, if you think, okay, maybe he's not up here, maybe he's up with these guys, I think that's fair too. But I'd say overall, what he brings, right, I think is definitely also justifiable to be up here. Again, I would say he's probably one of the weaker ones up here, but still, I still think he could probably be up here, right? But yeah, anyways, moving on. Now let's talk about hybrids over here. So we have Silver first with the EX. Same thing with Pryce, although obviously he's much better than Pryce, but regardless, I don't feel like his EX gives him that much. We would have to wait for his power boost coming out next month. I think that's going to probably be more significant than him getting an EX, right? I don't think much really changes with him getting an EX or not, so I think we'll just keep him where he was, right? Maybe he'll move further up once he gets that expanded sync grid, right, next month, or whatever else he might get, right, with the power boost. So, but at the moment, I don't think he changed too much. Moving on to Bertha over here. Bertha is an interesting unit, right? She does a lot of things. Crit buffs, team crit buffs, right? Got Sandstorm, she's a great tank. She has a great sync nuke, right? She has a lot of little DOT stuff, traps, Stealth Rock, Sandstorm chip damage. Although, to be fair, Stealth Rock honestly kind of sucks. But, you know, that aside, I do think Bertha is definitely very nice, right? I'd say similar akin to like something like a Volkner, right? Except she also has like crit buffs, right? You know, she could tank, set terrain / sand, right? And just as a nuke, all that stuff. So again, I do think she's very similar in a sense to something like a Volkner, right? So that's Bertha, I guess. Anyways, next we got Lucian Girafarig. I'd probably put it in the same tier. Lucian Girafarig, also very nice unit. Buffs your team's speed, right? Debuffs opponents' physical attack, special defense, right? Does a lot of really nice tech things. You know, it reminds you a bit of Palatine's Dawn, right? Except the reason why we don't have him in utility like Palatine's Dawn is because he has a legitimate, very, very, very powerful nuke. Not saying Palatine's Dawn's, isn't that, can't, like, do some solid damages on its sync, but Lucian's is just much, much, much more powerful, obviously, right? So, also confuses if you care about that. So, yeah, Lucian's also really, really nice, obviously, so there's that. Moving on to the supports / utility units, whatever you want to call them, I guess. I'd say, Whitney, I guess we could put Whitney in hybrid, now that I think about it. Yeah, she could nuke a bit, but, like, the downside is it's just a normal type nuke, which is... Which I guess if you're off-typing in, like, Legendary Gauntlet, which, let's be real, a lot of times people do off-type, right? I guess it doesn't really matter. But yeah, Whitney did get a bit of a boost on what she already did, right? Which is honestly fine for her, right? You get the extra flinch chances, you get the extra paralysis chances, so that's really, really, nice and well for Whitney. But overall, it's not like a huge made her, suddenly a off-type queen or whatever, right? But, she's fine generally, but it's just normal type, what can you do with that, right? Anyways, last two over here. First we got, I keep on trying to call Morty Silver, but just because he has Ho, it's so annoying. Morty, SS Morty, and Shiny Ho, one of the, top supports in the game, obviously very, very, very powerful, sets the sun, has all that speed, gauge management stuff, right? Fantastic stuff. It heals, this guy can tank, right? Like, this guy does a lot of things, man. This guy does a lot of great, great things. And, yeah, easily a top tier support over here. So, yeah, there's that. All right, last one before we wrap up over here. We got Aaron and Vespiquen, also a top tier damage dealer. It's basically, this guy, it's kind of like Sonia minus the, I guess the gauge stuff Sonia has. Although he does have Catalyst, so there's that, right? And also the defense debuffs, right? But he got, he got special defense buffs, right? And obviously max out crit, physical attack, very, very good tank as well. Has self heals a bit. Also slightly heals teammates. Anyways, just a very, very all around great, 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 great support that can tank, can buff, can do all that good stuff, right? Just a fantastic, fantastic offensive support that is very, very good defensively as well. So yeah, that's Aaron and Vespiquen here, I guess. So yeah, anyways, that's for this one. I guess hope you all enjoyed, guys. Think in the comments down below. Like, enjoy this video, subscribe to the channel for some more Pokemon Masters content. I need to go to doctors right now, so after I come back, we'll maybe do Legendary Gauntlet, right? So stay tuned for that. I'll see you guys in the next one then.